Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're tackling a really important area for, well, pretty much any organization. How do you spot a great data manager in an interview?
Yeah, it's a big one. We've got this collection of interview questions employers actually use. They cover a lot of ground, from problem solving on the fly to their technical chops.
Absolutely. And in today's world, just having data isn't enough, right? You need the right people managing it effectively, making sense of it all.
Exactly. So these questions, they're trying to uncover the core skills, the experiences that really matter in this field. Our mission today is kind of dissecting these different question types.
Figuring out what abilities they're actually designed to test.
Precisely.
Okay, let's unpack this. Starting with situational interview questions. These are the ones where they throw a scenario at you, like, what would you do if?
Right, like facing a data management problem that just feels impossible, overwhelming.
So what's the employer really trying to get at with a question like that? It's not like they expect you to magically solve the impossible.
No, no, not at all. What's really being tested, I think, is how you define impossible. And what's your first step when things look really daunting?
Do you freeze up or start breaking it down?
Exactly. They want to see that initial approach. Can you identify what is controllable, even if the whole thing feels out of reach? It's about the process.
That makes a lot of sense. Seeing the thought process in action.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, another one they might pose.
Mm-hmm.
You get a ton of data, multiple sources. How do you make sure it's accurate, reliable?
Yeah, and from a strategic view, data integrity is, well, it's everything, isn't it?
Totally.
So this question digs into whether the candidate knows how to validate data. What tools would they use? Do they think about cleaning it, verifying sources?
Are they proactive about it?
Yes. Making sure the data is trustworthy right from the get-go before you even start doing anything with it.
Because, like they say, bad data in.
Bad results out. Always.
Okay, here's one that would make my stomach drop. Accidentally deleting crucial data.
Mm.
Yikes. The question focuses on the immediate response, the recovery. What's key here?
Well, this really touches on urgency, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And understanding recovery procedures. Do they panic? Or is there a calm, systematic approach?
Do they know about backups, disaster recovery plans?
Right. It's less about the mistake itself. I mean, mistakes happen, and more about minimizing the damage, getting critical info back online quickly.
Recovery, yeah, that's what matters. Then there's one about a team member struggling with a complex data process. This feels because it's tapping into leadership, communication maybe.
Precisely. A data manager needs the tech skills, sure, but guiding the team is just as vital. This probes their approach to training.
How they explain complex stuff.
Yeah, can they break it down? Are they patient? Can they actually help someone else level up their skills? It's about enabling the team.
Okay, and the last situational one here. Implementing a new data management system. Sounds like a big project, lots of potential pitfalls.
Oh, definitely. The core concern is a smooth transition, minimal disruption.
So employers want to know if they've done this before, how they handle change, troubleshoot.
Exactly. How do they plan for problems? Keep everyone in the loop. It's about managing a big technical shift effectively, end to end.
Got it. So situational questions really give you a window into how someone thinks on their feet, how they might react. Now, let's pivot to soft skills. Often the differentiator, right?
Yeah.
Especially for leaders.
Absolutely. These are crucial. First one, prioritizing tasks when you're juggling tons of data projects. What's the core skill here?
Organization, time management.
Yep. Prioritization is critical with high volume. This explores how they organize, how they judge urgency versus importance. Their strategies for managing time, resources, hitting deadlines.
Makes sense. Another big one, communication.
Mm-hmm.
Especially explaining complex data insights to, say, the marketing team or executives, non-technical folks. Why is this so key?
Well, think about the impact. Brilliant insights are useless if the decision makers don't understand them, right?
True.
So this question tests clear, concise communication. Can they translate technical jargon into plain English, into business value?
Can they tell a story with the data?
Exactly. Bridge that gap between the data and the action.
Okay. Then there's a broader one. Handling a difficult data management situation. Seems vague, but what soft skills are likely being assessed?
It's a chance for them to show a few things, actually. Problem solving, critical thinking, definitely interpersonal skills.
How do they handle disagreements, pressure?
Right. It shows resilience, finding constructive solutions, working with people even when things are tough.
And teamwork, naturally. There's a question about working with a team on a data goal. What does that tell an employer?
It gets into collaboration. How do they see their role in a team? Are they good communicators, listeners?
Do they understand shared responsibility? pulling together.
Exactly. It's about how they contribute to that shared success.
And finally, for soft skills,
Yeah.
staying organized and motivated on long-term projects. This feels like it's about stamina.
It really is. Self-management, perseverance, data projects can drag on.
Yeah, they can.
So, can they maintain focus, keep their systems organized, see things through, even with setbacks? It's about that long haul commitment.
Okay, so soft skills cover interaction, self-management. Now, let's dive into the role-specific questions, the technical stuff.
Yep, where the expertise comes under the microscope. First one, experience designing and implementing data governance policies. Why is that so important?
Setting the rules of the road for data.
Pretty much. Data governance provides the framework how data is managed, secured, used. Experience here shows they understand data standards, compliance, security, the whole life cycle.
Okay. Next, ETL. Extract, transform, load. They ask candidates to walk through it, explain how they've optimized it. Why is ETL so fundamental?
Well, ETL is basically the plumbing for data warehouses, for analytics. It's how you get raw data cleaned up, transformed, ready for analysis.
And asking about optimization.
Tells you if they understand the bottlenecks. Do they have the technical skills to make it faster, more efficient, improve data quality along the way?
Gotcha. Then there's cloud storage, Amazon S3, Google Cloud Storage,
Yeah.
Azure Blob. Familiarity seems essential now.
Oh, definitely. Looking at modern infrastructure, cloud is huge. Experience here shows they're current. They understand scalability, cost effectiveness.
They know the tools specific to those platforms.
Right, they can leverage what the cloud offers.
Another crucial bit, ensuring data accuracy and keeping it up to date, especially in really large data sets. The questions about tools and processes for finding and fixing errors.
Yeah, this highlights that ongoing need for data quality. Employers want to hear about familiarity with profiling tools, defining quality rules.
Processes for spotting inconsistencies, errors, old data.
Exactly, making sure the data assets stay reliable over time. It's constant vigilance, really.
And last in this category, NoSQL databases, like MongoDB or Cassandra.
Mm-hmm.
When to use them versus traditional relational databases. This tests understanding of different approaches.
Precisely. It's about knowing the landscape. NoSQL has different strengths, especially for unstructured data, big volumes, different scaling needs.
So the answer shows if they know when to pick which tool.
Exactly. Can they choose the right database for the specific challenge? It shows architectural understanding.
Okay, that covers situational, soft skills, and role-specific. Now, the STAR method questions. Situation, task, action, result. Structured storytelling, essentially.
Right. It gives employers concrete examples of past behavior, which is often the best predictor of future performance.
So the first example, creating a data management plan for a new project. How does STAR help the employer here?
It forces detail. What was the specific situation? What was the task they were assigned? What actions did they personally take? And crucially, what were the measurable results?
So you get planning skills, their actual approach, the tangible impact.
Exactly. Much more than just saying, I made a plan.
Okay, another STAR example, facing a data quality issue and solving it. We touched on quality, but STAR adds that layer of detail.
It really does. They have to describe the specific context, their precise role, the steps they took, not just generalities and the actual outcome, what changed because of their actions.
Much richer information.
Definitely.
Then, implementing new software or a tool for data management using STAR seems like it tests adaptability, change management.
Yes, but again, in a practical way, it's not just can you use the tool.
Yeah.
The STAR method gets at how they approach the implementation.
How they handle obstacles,
Yeah.
the impact on productivity.
Exactly, the whole process and its effects.
Okay, even something seemingly basic like being responsible for data collection and organization, STAR can still find value there.
Absolutely. How meticulously did they plan it? Situation, task? What methods did they use to ensure accuracy, action? What were the positive results of doing it well?
Result. It shows diligence, their methods.
Right, even in foundational tasks.
And the final STAR example, leading a team on a large-scale data migration. It sounds like it hits leadership, complex project management.
Oh, for sure. Migrations are tough. They need technical understanding, strong leadership, clear communication, problem solving on the fly.
Especially when unexpected things crop up.
Absolutely. So STAR lets them showcase managing that complexity, guiding the team through issues, and achieving success, even with bumps in the road.
Wow. So we've really covered a lot of ground with these different interview question types for data managers. It's clear employers are looking for a really well-rounded person.
That's right. It's not just the tech skills, is it? It's problem solving, leadership potential, communication, and crucially, that track record of handling real world data challenges.
And the variety of questions helps them build that complete picture.
Yeah, it provides a pretty comprehensive assessment of whether someone's truly suited for the demands of the role.
This has been super insightful. Thinking about all these approaches, situational, soft skills, technical, STAR, what does this suggest to you about the core job of a data manager today and how it's evolving?
That's a great question. I mean, it really highlights how multifaceted these roles have become, doesn't it? It feels like it's shifting.
More than just working with data files.
Way more. It points towards needing deep technical skills, yes, but also strategic thinking, being able to talk to everyone across the business and real leadership to handle these complex data environments.
Hmm. Makes you think just how central these roles are becoming.
Absolutely. Driving business value, enabling innovation, it really underscores their importance in today's organizations.